Today we will talk about the perfect Necromancer setup to have the best single target damage in Diablo Immortal. I think Necromancer is one of the best classes the game offers both for free-to-play and pay-to-win players. You can try the setup that I am going to show you with a free-to-play account as well, since most of the legendary gems are 1 and 2 stars. With this setup we will try to optimize our Reforge family bonuses, legendary item magical attributes, plus legendary gems, and let me know which class I should cover next in the comments. By the way, this setup is more towards PvE than PvP. And I want to start with the legendary item magical attributes you should look when you get a new drop. These are very important if you want to increase your damage output. I can even say they are more important than the actual attributes of the items. Basically, our main goal is to increase our critical hit chance and critical hit damage. For the chest and pants, we are looking for beneficial effects duration and maximum life increase buffs. For all the other 6 legendary items, we need the highest critical hit chance plus critical hit damage buffs together. Now let's talk about the Reforge family bonuses. This setup is for maximizing your PvE damage output. If you care more about PvP, don't use this Reforge setup. Since we are a Necromancer, we always want more summons because we have a lot of buffs for our summons. And we are getting one more summon from the Wildfire Reforge family set bonus. So these are the Reforge bonuses you should look for. Primary attack damage increase, damage done to enemies below 30% life increase, critical hit damage increase, damage to demons increase, and of course damage done by your summons increase. This is the best Reforge family setup for a PvE focused Necromancer, and it's not even that bad for PvP as well. Next up we have legendary gems. This is where things get spicy, right? Actually with Necromancer we need only 3 5-star legendary gems and the rest are 1 and 2 stars. First one is Berserker's Eye, gives us 16% damage and 2% critical hit chance increase at rank 10. The only downside is that it also increases all damage you take by 5%, but it's not important at all. And this is the only 1-star gem we are using. Actually you can use Freedom and Duration too, but you don't really need that extra duration on your summons, except in some of the raids, so I will skip it. Next we have the gem that was created for Necromancers. Of course I am talking about Follower's Burden. This gem increases all the damage you deal by 3% for each summon you control, up to maximum increase of 18%. Additionally, your summons take 6% decreased damage at rank 10. Next one is Bloody Reach. This gem is very powerful for range classes and Necromancers. Since you have to keep your distance from your target while using this gem, you need to pay a little bit attention while playing to get the maximum damage increase from this gem. At rank 10 increases all damage you deal by 6% for every 2 yards between you and the enemy hit, up to a maximum of 24% at 8 yards. Next we have one of the best gems in the game, Pain Clasp. At rank 10, this gem increases damage dealt by 24% to enemies suffering from a continuous damage effect. When an enemy suffering from continuous damage is within 10 yards, your movement speed is increased by 6%. Well, most builds that Necromancers use have continuous damage effects, so this gem will be active all the time. And our last 2-star legendary gem will be the Mother's Lament. At rank 10, this gem increases your critical hit chance by 32% for 6 seconds every 20 seconds. Basically, it gives you a massive critical hit chance every 20 seconds. By the way, you don't have to have these gems at rank 10. This setup will be the best option for PvE Necromancer at any rank. Now we are going to talk about the 5-star gems that you need for this setup. First one is Bloodsocket Jade. This is one of the best gems in the game because of the damage and movement speed it provides to you. Once you get these 5-star gems, try to upgrade them to at least rank 3. Next, we have Battle Top. This gem is really good for Necromancer because it not only buffs you, but when you use a buff skill on your summons, Battle Top's buff applies on them as well. For example, when you use Dark Curse with Guided by Maggots, Battle Top buff applies on your summons too. And for the last one we have 2 options, Echoing Shade or Seeping Pile. If you want even more summons and extra damage on PvE, you can go with Echoing Shade, but remember, Echoing Shade is almost useless in PvP. So going with Seeping Pile might be better for you if you are doing or planning to do PvP in the future. Your summons can trigger the Sleeping Pile too, so it's not a bad option to have for PvE too. If you follow this guide and build your Necromancer around it, you can be sure that you are going to perform way better than the other players that have similar resonance and combat rating. And that's all for this one. Let me know which class you want to see on the next episode of Perfect Setups in the comments. Take care.